Hey K-drama fam, it's your girl Blake, your go-to for all things Korean drama. So whether you're new or returning to the channel, here is where we talk about our favorite shows, recommend new ones, and get hyped for upcoming releases. So before we go any further, hit that subscribe button and let's get into our next binge watch together. Today we're diving into the world of The Good Bad Mother, and we've got some major drama to cover. In case you missed it, the first 2 episodes span a whopping 30 years. And trust me when I say it's a hell of a roller coaster ride. But your girls got you covered, so let's break it down. It all starts in 1986 in the picturesque Korean countryside, where we meet our protagonist, Jin Young-soon. And she's an artist with a heart of gold and positive attitude. And life seems to be perfect with a pig farmer bae, Che Hae-shik, who proposes to her with a little piglet.
영순 씨, 저랑 결혼해 주십시오.
아이고 이쁘다. 자, 하나, 둘, 재지.
I'm sorry, the piglet's name isn't Wilbur, but every time I see a piglet, it just takes me back to my childhood and my favourite story, Charlotte's Web. But anyway, that's another day. So let's continue with The Good Bad Mother, shall we? And from this point, it looks like things are going swimmingly well, but unfortunately, nothing stays perfect for long.
그래서 이게 뭡니까? 성화 봉송 때문에 우리 농장을 철거한다고요?
성화 봉송도 봉송이지만 이쪽으로 마라톤 코스가 생긴다잖아요. 이 생각 좀 해보시오. 전 세계로다가 방송이 나갈 텐데 화면에 이렇게 더럽고 냄새나는 돼지 농장이 잡히면 외국 사람들이 우리나라를 얼마나 후지게 보겠냐고. 안 그래요?
보시오.
Enter the villain of the story, Song Woo-byuk, who works for the construction company and turns up on the farm smoking his fancy imported foreign cigarettes, talking about patriotism. And Hae-shik, bless him, points out the fact that how can you speak of patriotism while you're smoking foreign branded cigarettes? Anyway, the reason why Woo-byuk has turned up on the farm is because he's been tasked with raising the properties to make way for the Seoul Olympic Games. However, Hae-shik refuses to sign over the farm, talking about it's been in his family for generations and he intends to leave it for his unborn son. But his dream is not about to be realised anytime soon, as on the night, Woo-byuk's boys turn up and raze the farm to the ground. Seriously, they light it up and set it on fire. And not only is Young-soon left without a farm, but she's also left without a husband when he turns up dead, as he's been killed and it's been made to look like a suicide. And what a pitiful scene. They've got him in a tree and underneath him is a doctored, spilt over bottle of soju and some uneaten kimbap. Okay, then we fast forward and we see that Young-soon has moved into a different town called Jouli.
하나, 둘, 셋, 동사!
Where she encounters some noisy neighbours, including the village chief and his masked wife. And his masked wife is hilarious because not only does she keep saying the most random things, but she's walking around the whole town with her face in a sheet mask, and she's never without one. Whether she's inside or outside, her face stays covered. We also meet the miller and his wife, and a mother of 2 with a good-for-nothing husband. And then we have Young-soon's relationship with her son, Kang-ho.
Kang-ho?
강호. 아주 실력 있고 힘 있고 강한 사람. 그런 사람 되라고. 이 강자가 이거야.
좋다, 강호.
그치? 좋지? 그리고 우리 아들 강호는 그냥 강호가 아니야. 최강호야. 최강호. 봐봐.
Who's named Kang-ho because his father, before his death, had picked out names that he thought would be suitable for his son. And he wanted to choose names that started with Kang because he wanted him to have the good strength of character. But from a young age, we see that Kang-ho is facing bullying in school, and his mother's punishing ways aren't helping him either. She's always saying to him that he mustn't overeat because it's going to make him too sleepy to continue his studies, which is consistently pushing him to achieve the goal of becoming a prosecutor. Because following the death of her husband, she doesn't want her son to have to struggle like herself. In fact, on one occasion, she stops him from attending a school picnic, and this leads Kang-ho to write on the permission slip that the reason that he's unable to attend the picnic is because his mom's a bad mom. 나쁜 엄마. Look at me cranking out some Korean.
열심히 공부해서 판검사 되고 나면 아무도 널 무시하거나 괴롭힐 수 없어. 그게 진정한 힘인 거야. 무슨 말인지 알아?
그래서 소풍도 못 가는 거죠?
하고 싶은 거 다 하면서 이 총구석에선 절대 판검사 못 돼.
Moving on, the son of the Miller couple, Samshik, decides to play the ultimate prank in high school, as I guess he's a little bit jealous of Kang-ho's studious nature, so he decides to lock him in the shed. But when he does so, he didn't realise that his secret crush, Miju, had followed him in there, so they're both left in there for an awfully long time until his mum is suspicious as he hasn't returned home. And then all of the parents turn up at the school because Samshik had to show them what he'd done. And they're found in the most funniest of positions as I think Miju's choking and Kang-ho's performing the Heimlich maneuver. And that's when the parents all storm in. Anyway, whilst they was locked up, Miju's daydreaming and writing love equations about Kang-ho, and Kang-ho's oblivious to this crush and doesn't notice her affections for him, which is a typical man move, right? Am I right? But after the parents turn up, things get a little bit awkward because Kang-ho's mother berates him for missing his supplemental classes rather than being concerned that he's been locked up in the cupboard all day. Nevertheless, at this time, we also discover that Kang-ho also has a crush on Miju, as he'd sketched a picture in his notebook. Who knew the little nerd was artistic? But I guess he takes after his mother, doesn't he? Okay, let's fast forward to the day of the national test for the university admissions. This is the test that all high school students have to take in Korea once they're in the third year of high school. I think it's the equivalent of the American SATs. All parents, well, not all parents, many parents and friends usually turn up outside of the school to cheer on the students as they walk in before they sit the exam.
수능 만점 최강호 당신 없이 못 살아.
Miju is naturally there to cheer on Kang-ho before he takes the test, but unfortunately she gets hit by a motorcycle, and being the kind of boy that he is, Kang-ho takes her to the hospital rather than sit the exam. But things go downhill from here because his mom is livid and she even throws a bucket of water at him. She tells him that he needs to become a prosecutor to escape her and to make her dreams come true. Talk about tough love, right? Now, if you thought Kang-ho was all about position and power, think again.
네 내 아들 할래?
예? 참 볼수록 탐난데.
우리 최근같이 든든한 아들 하나 있으면 얼마나 좋겠노?
관심 없으니까 좀 꺼질래?
곧 관심 갖게 해줄 거예요.
From the way he meticulously plans his encounter with Tae-soo's daughter to the way he threatens Woo-byuk to adopt him. It's clear that there's more to Kang-ho than meets the eye. In case I haven't pointed out, Tae-soo was the prosecutor who was meant to represent his father in the case against the construction company, but he was already in bed with Woo-byuk too. So Tae-soo is also complicit in the father's murder. And if you thought that was intense, wait till you hear this. In order to prove his loyalty to his new family, Kang-ho takes the unsuspecting mistress of Tae-soo and her baby, drugs them, and pushes the vehicle into water.
한국보다는 훨씬 안전할 겁니다.
That's right, Kang-ho's not afraid to get his hands dirty, which is ironic really, because he didn't want to have anything to do with the work on the pig farm, but he's putting his hands in filth for cash money. But wait, it gets even better. In order for the rest of his plans to work, Kang-ho needs to get his mother's permission to be adopted by Woo-byuk. And so, after many years of avoiding his hometown, he returns with his fiancée, Ha-young, the daughter of Tae-soo, who, I forgot to mention, Tae-soo is currently running some kind of political campaign. I'm not sure if it was to become a mayor or assemblyman, but nevertheless a powerful political position. Anyway, Kang-ho's poor mum, Young-soon, has got all of the village there. She's gone out to the department store to buy a wedding gift. She's even brought herself some new fancy clothes, and bless her, she's not particularly fashionable. And I think maybe she was intending to return the items, I'm not sure, because she failed to cut the tags out of the suit. And Ha-young, the daughter of Tae-soo, sees the price tag hanging from the mother's clothes, and you can tell she's being extremely judgmental of her and Kang-ho's humble beginnings.
이게 뭐야? 입양 동의서?
저 지금까지 저를 키워주신 송 회장님 양자로 들어갑니다. 거기 동일안에 도장 찍어주세요.
And just like that, Kang-ho cuts ties with his old family and embarks on life with his new family, but not without a few twists and turns along the way, cause on the way back to Seoul, Ha-young is constantly complaining about the smell emanating from a side dish that his mom packed in the back seat of the car, which is one of his favorite childhood meals. And
오빠! 오빠! 오빠.
Kang-ho pulls over the car and just like chucks the side dish that his mum made with her loving hands into the river, and then Ha-young offers to drive the car. So Ha-young takes the driver's seat and Kang-ho is asleep, none the wiser. She's got the window wound down. She's wearing a fancy scarf around her neck and it just like blows out the window. So she pulls the car over to go and fetch the scarf. And just like that, a huge truck comes, knocking the car off the side of the cliff with poor Kang-ho inside. And that, fam, was the wild ride of episodes 1 and 2 of The Good Bad Mother. We have a mother's desperate attempts to make her son a prosecutor, only to be abandoned by him once he attains his goals. And then he links up with the dark side, which are the two men responsible for his father's death, and takes the dark descent into criminality. So far, this has given us an intense and thrilling start to the series. But beyond the drama and action, the show also gives us a glimpse into the complex motivations and relationships of its characters. Kang-ho's desire for revenge and power may have led him down the dark path, but his interactions with Tae-soo and Woo-byuk reveal a deeper emotional complexity to his character. And I'm also curious to know how much he's aware of their involvement in his father's passing. We also see Young-soon's persistence and determination in trying to stay in her son's life, showing us the depths of a mother's love. Pew! As we move forward in the series, I'm sure we can expect many twists and turns and unexpected developments. And I, for one, can't wait to see where this roller coaster of a story takes us. But before we go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you are updated of all our latest videos. And let us know in the comments what you thought about The Good Bad Mother so far. And if you know any K-drama fans who would enjoy the content, sharing is caring. And until next time, ciao, annyeong. Hey K-drama fam, it's your girl Black. Hey K-drama fams, Hey K-drama fams. Why fams? Here is where we talk about our favorite Korean shows. Shiba. Can you believe it, Wilbur? I'm sorry, the pig. Sorry, after her husband is murdered and after which obviously was what they call it. Enter the villain to the story. No. Enter the villain of the story. Song. No. How can you speak of patriotism? And not only is Young Not only is Young-soon left, well, not only is Young-soon now without a farm, she's also left without a husband when he turns no, and this leads Kang-ho to write on the permission. In high school, one of the villagers, is it a village? One of the small town, no, one of the sons of the miller's couple, is it only one of the sons or they've only got one son? So Miju naturally is there to cheer up. No, Miju is naturally, but things go downhill for, talk about, look, it's clear there's more to Kang-ho that, and in case I haven't pointed out, Tae-soo used, no, in hands, no. And if you thought that was intense, wait till you hear it. But he's putting his shit into the complex motive again. But before we go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. No. And if you know any K-drama,